This is a continuation of the Ghost Club series that Slice has been writing throughout these prompts. Where they left off, they had just found that obsidian journal to the city of gold, um, and from the Sky Pirates, obviously. So they go to the wormhole, transport to the city of golden clouds. They walk through the streets, seeing the sights and sounds. Then they go to the mountains, find some turquoise flowers, which when they eat, they become gods. They take a backpack full of the flowers, return home, and then decide before before they do anything else, they should all go home, do their homework like good kids do. And because as you must remember, the Ghost Club was also initially the nerds, super nerds. So you know what I mean. You can leave the super nerds, but the super nerds are always in you. And so go home, do your homework, and when they do that, Ruby has one of the coyote coyote earrings, which she communicates with her ancestor Tezcatlipoca, who says there's a pestilence raging crowd plaguing Cloud City now that they took the flowers, and she must.
So I have a question. Is
Yeah.
the power of eating the flowers, the moonflowers, is it really just to get about getting Arby's curly fries? Is that really all the upside that we get
Mhm.
here? Because it feels like they talked their way into that and then
Yeah.
they felt the power. The powers seem to be basically like an accessory on a shopping trip. And where I was wondering about where it gets the what magical properties it has, and they certainly talk about how they could help the world and themselves with the flowers, and
Hmm.
that feels like a gesture towards kind of an undeveloped plot that
Hmm.
might be more on the prompt. We get incredible world building throughout. We're in this kind of dystopian city of sort of it's almost chaotic commercialism, which is one of Slice's motifs that he likes to play with, especially with the sort of random assemblage of different pieces of. Well, I mean, he loves trash. We know he loves objects in various forms of being thrown away, and so we get some of that. We also get some of his characteristic wordplay here. The pubescent preoccupations that had previously predominated her personality went poof. If that's not a top five sentence, I don't know what is.
Hmm.
And so there had a sing-songy melody to it, and it was interesting to hear that the earring was sort of the means of communication to what is happening back in the Cloud City. And it seems like they caused the plague rather than they were needing the moonflowers to solve the plague.
Hmm.
So it
Hmm.
takes certain bits of the prompts, like all the best students, it takes bits of the prompts and then reinterprets them and makes it work for them.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it's not too on the nose in answering the prompt, but it does deliver, I don't know, a fairly robust, textured world here. What did you think?
Great. Yeah, I think it delivers on the prompt exactly, because if you look at it, a young girl who discovers the moonflower, this is Ruby finding the moonflower in the fields of the golden city of the mountains, of the enchanted mountains under the golden city. By the end of it, she now learns from her ancestor that her ancestral village, this golden city of the clouds, has now become a mountain,
Oh, there.
and she must embark on the journey through those enchanted mountains to now save the village. And so by the end of it, the prompt has now been fully set up through this story of the prompt itself. So it's like you say, it turns it all the way upside down, and uh it really delivers.
It's
So
clever.
yeah.
I hadn't quite seen that, but now it's almost like now the next story will be
Hmm.
delivering on the prompt to
Yeah.
save the village.